Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Home with Kelly P. In today's video, I am starting my fall decorating and I will be starting in my dining room. But first, I like to light a candle. This is my new favorite from Bath & Body Works. It just smells so yummy. And then I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, which I always like to have when I'm doing some decorating. So why don't you grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, whatever is your beverage of choice, and join me while I start to clean and decorate my dining room for fall. And this is a look at my dining room as it stands now. It's very plain for the summertime, but it is a beautifully long table, which I did inherit from my in-laws. So first things first is I'm just going to clean everything off and then give it a good wipe down with my dusting mitt and my pledge. Now, if you watched my last video, you saw that I purchased this new table runner recently in a shopping haul, and I love it. It's long. This table is long, and this table runner was extra long, and it's a beautiful linen color, which I loved. And in that same video in the haul, I got this garland from Michaels. I actually got two because it was a buy one get one free, and it was exactly the colors that I was looking for this fall, and it is gorgeous. I am in love with this garland. It is so beautiful. I love the colors, and it just looks so pretty on the table on top of this runner. Now, also from Michaels, I picked up a bunch of picks, some fall picks to add into the garland. This garland really doesn't need much because it's so beautiful, and it does have some gold sparkly berries nestled in it. But I just thought some of these fall flowers would look really pretty nestled in to give it some added texture and just some more interest in it. Now here's a little bit of a closer look of the garland with the added picks in there, and it really was turning out so pretty. And I actually liked the added touch of the greenery in amongst all these gold colored leaves. I thought it looked really, really pretty. So then I thought that it still needed something in the middle. It just needed a focal point. And I remembered I had this lantern that I had made this a few years ago for fall, and I still love it. But the thing was, it broke my heart. I had to cut the garland in half to make it fit. But, you know, if ever I needed to use it as one piece, I can always wire it back together again. But I just liked the look of something in the middle with the garland on each side. Now I also got some white little pumpkins to add in. So now I'm just going to place those around and just to finish up the look on the dining room table. Now, even though I was trying to keep this a much more neutral fall look this year with the garland, with the golds and the creams and the whites, this lantern, as you can see, has some brighter colors, and I really still am a traditional fall girl at heart. So I did like the added color that it brought onto the table and into the room. So I was pretty happy with it in the end. And here's just a closer look at the garland once it was all completed with all the little added pumpkins and picks on it. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram. I will leave my channel name right here. It is Home with Kelly P. I would love for you to come over there and say hi and hang out for a while. It's a great way to get to know each other a little better because I do share things not just home related over there. So I hope that you stop on by and say hi. Now it was time to move to the other side of the room and onto my buffet. So the first thing I did was, again, just gave it a quick dusting and remove some, the lantern, which I am going to use. I'm just going to clean it up and put some fall decor in it. Now this lantern I got at Pier 1, about 2-3 years ago, and I love it, and I got a fantastic deal on it. But the problem is it's really narrow, so it's really hard to either get something in it or, put a candle in it. So I was just testing to see if this little gold vase that I also got at Pier 1 at the same time as I got this lantern, just to see if it would fit, and it fit in perfectly. And again, some pics from Michael's, but they were just too tall, so I had to take them out and bend them down a bit so that it would fit in and you could see it properly. And as you can see, I'm bringing in a bit more of that rust color, that burnt rusty color, which was on top of the lantern as well. So I thought it would be nice to bring it over to this side. Now I'm going to work on my floral box, which I made about 1.5 years ago, and I love this thing because I can transition it for any of the seasons. And I just like to add in a few little things for whatever season it is. And as you can see, I struggled with this pumpkin because it kept falling through the flowers. I don't know what was going on. So now I'm going to take some of the same picks that I had added into the garland, and I'm just going to place them throughout this floral box. And I also decided I had some really old rust colored little picks again, and that I've had for years. I don't even know when I got them. So I thought, well, I might as well add in some of that color into the box as well and bring it all together with the lantern and with the lantern that's on the table. And here's a quick look at the floral box finished, and I love it. I think the added touch of the burgundy little flowers there was just what it needed to bring in that fall look, and it's tying it all together with everything else going on in the room. So now it's time to move to the other side of the room, and this table you can see as you enter my house through the front door. So I gave it a quick wipe down, removed some of the summer stuff, and started to add in some pumpkins and some other of my fall accessories that I have. So here's another fall pick that I got from Michael's, and I loved it so much that I went back and got another one because, again, their sale was buy one, get one free. And I loved this because it had like the cream pumpkins on it, a little acorns in the yellow and the flowers. It was just so pretty. So I did end up going back and getting 2 more because I think I might use them in my living room. But what do you guys think? Isn't this, I think it just screams fall with the wheat and the pumpkins on it. And speaking of wheat, I remembered that I had this from last year, so I put it in a vase on this table. And then this little Hey There pumpkin sign I made last year for a DIY, and I will try to leave a link to that video if you're interested to see how I did it. And I also made these little pumpkins that are reversible. They just have paper on them, Mod Podged on, and they're just reversible. They're just kind of cute. So here I'm just fiddling and trying to make it work. And then above my mirror, over my buffet, I thought it needed something as well. So I had these little orangey picks and some just some leaves from the dollar store. Those burlap leaves are from the dollar store. I've had for a number of years. There's another pumpkin that I made last year with a pine cone, and just another dollar store gold pumpkin. And this is the way the credenza looks, the buffet looks. Now, as you can see, I added a little bit to the gold lantern. Do you guys ever do that? I walk away from something and then I come back and I just keep fussing with it. And I added some more of those burlap leaves to tie in with what is above the mirror. I'm not sure if it's going to stay like this, but I was liking the way it looked with the pine cones in it. So yeah, so I don't know, comment below, do you guys do that? I do that all the time. I think I've got it, I walk away or I sleep on it, and then the next thing you know, I'm changing it up again. And you will see coming up that I did make another change in the room. So here's a look at this table again, and I forgot to mention that these pumpkins here, there is another orange one. I actually got at my local Value Village a couple of years ago, and for the 3 of them, I got such a fantastic deal. I think I paid $6 total for the 3 of them. I thought that was a great deal because that brown colored one is huge. But here's how this table is looking. I am pretty happy with the way it is so far, but you know, things will probably change somewhere along the line. And speaking of change, here is one that I have already made. As I walked by later in the day and I kept peering in the room, it just seemed really fussy. There was something that was bothering me, and I think it was just too many florals with on top of the lantern, in the garland, and then in the flower box behind. So I switched it up for the wheat that was in the vase, and I tried it in the middle of the table, and it really did make a big difference. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think it looks better with the wheat or with the lantern in it? I'd love to know. And I actually have made another change on this because I've added a bow to the vase, but I forgot to take a film of it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I decorated my dining room for fall. I hope that you enjoyed it. You got a little bit of inspiration, and I'm really excited to be sharing how I'm going to be doing the rest of my house. So please make sure that you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so it notifies you when I upload a new video. And until next time, guys, I hope that you have a great week, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.
I've been waiting for this, yeah. It's been up on my mind, oh, it's hard to resist.